to the jkgames, the gaming podcast where we bring you the gaming news we care about.
And maybe some that we don't.
And whether you play on easy mode,
or you like a good challenge,
this is a show where we'll try to level up your gaming knowledge.
Ooh. Yeah, welcome back.
We're back.
To us.
We're back, babies. Just being
you may notice
what?
This strange man on the screen.
What if we just never what if we just never acknowledged him and we just continued talking like normal? And everybody's like, "Who's that guy?" And I'd be like, "What are they
like making a sandwich?"
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what they're talking about.
Well, the podcast doesn't know.
Oh yeah, that's true.
If you're watching us live, if you are watching us live, hello. This is our friend the Penguin.
Hello.
Or otherwise known as Jacob. So he is joining us today as a special guest. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you're tuning in live, if you're listening after the fact, that is okay. Welcome. My name is Kayla. I am one of your hosts.
And I'm Jericho, your other host, and we're here to talk about video games. Already before the show started, I was pestering our guest with streaming questions because he streams things, which is really cool. And he has a lot of knowledge around it, which I desperately need. So does Kayla. Me and her have been just like, I was literally telling him that, Kayla, me and you, every episode there's a new issue. And he was being very polite and saying, at some point you'll know all the issues, you'll be able to fix all the problems. And I'm like, I don't know if there's a limit. Like, how many problems are there? When will we reach the end? I don't know.
Professional Twitch IT guy over here.
Oh, that's what I need.
Well, Jacob, tell us a little bit about yourself just to kick off the stream. You also stream under the Penguin. So tell us a little bit about what you do over there and what you guys are all about. Yeah,
so I am a streamer on Twitch. I stream a variety of games. Lately it's been Pokemon. Some Game Pass games. We just streamed Ember last night. That was a lot of fun. And yeah, I do a lot of stuff just around video games in the gaming industry. Working on getting YouTube set up. We're going to have some video game news that kind of comes through there. And I've also partnered with the gamer websites. When Halo launched, that was big for us. And just kind of a little bit of everything.
That's awesome.
Man, I love that. I knew a little bit, but now I'm like, wow, this got some stuff going on. That's really awesome. Well, we are honored to have you on our show. Take the time. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. And then we're gonna be on Jacob's channel at some point in the near future as well. So that'll be really fun.
Woo!
And play some games. He wants to play some games, so that'll be really fun. We could all do that together. One thing that I was gonna have let you know is you did a lot for a while there. You were doing where you would open Pokemon cards on camera, right, Jacob?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Is that something do you still do that?
I do. So occasionally I'll do Pokemon card openings. I tend to just collect a bunch so I could do it for like 3 or 4 hours.
That's what And
it's a ton of fun. It's so nice. I just have, at the end of the day, I just have cards all over my desk and trash all over my floor. The amount of plastic that Pokemon puts in their products, but it's phenomenal.
It smells so good too. Like, I love opening a fresh pack, and I smell every pack. I don't know why. I'm just like,
Well, the reason I brought that up is because on our last episode, or the episode before last, Jerica actually did some on camera, and she was like, ooh, because she saved all of hers from like her birthday, and was like really wanting to open them on camera. So I wanted to.
I have a whole stack, so I am gonna do. That was like my first time practicing like opening cards on camera, because I'm like, I don't know how this actually feels. Let me test it out, and it was pretty cool. I actually asked Kayla to try to recreate the sound that the Pokemon might make, because a lot of these Pokemon, I haven't played a Pokemon game in a long time, so most of the Pokemon that I'm seeing on these cards, I'm like, I haven't seen you. I don't know who you are. I don't know the sound you make. I know you say your name probably, but I don't know how it sounds. So Kayla,
like the video game sound.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's funny because we were talking about how all these new Pokemon, we don't know who they are really. So we're like, let's just make up what we think they sound like. So that was what that was.
Kayla did a great job.
Really, thank you so much. Yes, it's on YouTube if you're interested. That episode was hilarious because we really just were just going off the rails, just talking about literally everything. So really quick, let's get through some housekeeping. So if you are new here, we lay out our episodes in 3 different sections. We have our easy mode, which is where we're going to talk about what we've been playing, doing, watching. We might do a little interview question for our friend, our special guest. And then we have our normal mode, which is where we talk about news. We have a couple of things that we're going to talk about today, mainly the new Kirby trailer that came out today. That looked pretty interesting. And then our expert mode is our just overall main topic. We're going to talk about a couple of different things today. We're going to talk about maybe some of our favorite Pokemon games, just because I know that's something it's been on Jerica's brain lately. That's what we've been talking about that a lot here. And then maybe some of our 2022 predictions, some things that we think are going to happen this year, some games we know are coming out, maybe what we're most excited for. But yeah, we're going to get to know our special guests a little bit more too. So that's what today looks like. And then if you don't already follow us on our Instagram and Twitter, it's just at jkgames podcast. You can go follow us over there. If you're listening after the fact, our Twitch is jkgamescast, where you can watch us live. So that's all we got for our loadout. Let's go ahead and talk about what we've been playing and stuff like that. Who wants to go first? What you guys been playing?
I don't want to go first. I want our guest to go first. I do, and I'm a polite gal, so I'm going to let our guest go first, if he's okay with that.
Jacob.
I'm happy to go first. On Pokemon, I have been playing Pokemon Brilliant Diamond.
Nice.
I took this game really slow because I didn't want to spend 200 hours in this game and then go into another Pokemon game needing a break from catching them, because that's typically what happens is I go 200 to 300 hours in a Pokemon game and then I have to take a break for a couple months.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah, so I took this one much more casually, and just to kind of get ready for Legends Arceus coming out. I have been playing the Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. That is an experience for sure. I
watched you play some of that. That was crazy.
You have to remember to breathe in those kind of games, and that's the hardest part. It's if you can remember how to breathe, you can get through it, but getting to that point is very difficult.
Yeah.
But it's been a lot of fun, and just started yesterday playing Ember from Game Pass, which is, I don't know if you've seen it. It's just a little multiplayer firefighter game where you're trying to put out house fires and rescue all the people in it, but it's got fun physics, and it's kind of goofy, and it's meant to create a little bit of chaos.
I love chaos.
Yes, so definitely a nice little mix to what I've been gaming with lately, but it's been a lot of fun.
Nice.
I'm looking it up right now. I have to see some gameplay of this.
Really great.
So you have your main game, and then you have your a little bit of casual play, but chaos as well. It sounds like.
Yeah, absolutely. So with streaming, it's I'm a variety streamer, so I try to have a mix of everything, but I try to have a focused game that I'm kind of going through. That's the Pokemon game. Mm-hmm. Then throughout the week, I'll kind of throw in some other stuff, so the horror aspect stuff or the fun with friends kind of stuff, just to kind of keep it fresh. And it's a lot of fun.
You guys should definitely check him out. I really like watching your content. I think you're just so much fun. I'm biased, but yeah. So that's awesome. Jerica, do you want to go next? Because I feel like I don't have too much to add. Well, I have some stuff I can talk about.
Let me go last this time.
Okay.
Let me go last. I will round it out. Is that what they say? Round it out. I'll be the the bookend. I don't know. Whatever.
Okay. So I recently I think we talked about this on the last episode, the one before Fantasy League, which also, if you guys haven't checked that out, that's on our YouTube now. We last week did a gaming Fantasy League draft where we essentially went through with our friends and draft picked games that are coming out this year and what we think is going to rate well. And so that was a whole lot of fun. It was honestly very chaotic because there were so many people. There was like 9 of us, I think. And so that was really fun. So you should check that out on YouTube. But I recently got a gaming PC for the first time ever. And I am pleasantly overwhelmed at the moment. So, and what I mean by that is I feel like there's so many options because I got Game Pass, which is really exciting. But there's just so many options. So right now, what I've downloaded, and I'll tell you what I've downloaded versus what I've played. So I downloaded Halo Infinite, of course. So I really want to dive into that a little bit more. Very excited about that. Would love to play that with you guys. That would be really fun to stream. And then I also downloaded Unpacking, which I'm super excited about, due to Jerica's recommendation and our friend of the show, Cody. I started playing that a little bit. It's really fun and relaxing. Very nice. I'm not very far into it, but Jacob, have you played Unpacking at all?
Yes, it's very relaxing. It's like a really good, just like end of the day, sit on the couch and kind of play through. It's really great.
Yeah. And then I love a good like sim like or creator game. And so one thing that I really enjoyed when I played a little bit of it was Planet Zoo. So I re-downloaded that from Steam because I already had it purchased on my bootcamped Mac. It did not run very well on my bootcamped Mac. So I I downloaded it onto my PC. So I'm really excited about that. Oh, I think we, as the kids say, got raided. I don't know what that means. Jacob could probably explain it to us.
Yeah,
I'm glad we have the expert on here because this has happened a couple times, and I'm like, what?
What does this mean?
yes,
What does it mean, Jacob?
What's happening? Is it okay?
Yeah, it's totally fine. When a streamer wraps up their stream, they have the option to jump into someone else's stream and hang out and bring in their community.
Cool.
And so we have some wonderful friends from Fake Art Prodigy's Twitch stream that have jumped in.
Yeah, raids are allowed in a podcast. Hello, hi, welcome. We were unsure of exactly what that meant. 'Cause me and Jerica are noobs, but we have our guest on here who is a professional variety streamer, and he helped us out because we were like, "What is happening?" This has happened once to us before, and we really didn't know what it was, so it was hilarious. But we just been talking about what we're playing what we've been playing recently. And so I was just talking about I've been playing Unpacking, which I really like. It's super relaxing, super low key, and I feel like it'd be a good partner to play if I'm playing Halo and then I'm playing that. I feel like it's a good like balance. So I haven't dove into Halo campaign yet, but I have played some of the multiplayer and I am loving it so far. Me and Jacob were talking a lot about that before podcast. Yeah, that's basically all I've been up to.
What was the last Halo game you played? Halo? I called you Halo.
Halo.
Let me see you, Halo.
So, Jerica, you've played a lot more Halo than I have. I haven't played a Halo game since Halo Reach.
Okay, well that's a good place to leave off.
Yeah, that was my favorite one. I loved Halo Reach.
Yeah, it was a good game. Okay, cool. We gotta hop in there and play some Halo together. It's my turn to share what I've been playing, but it sort of ties into that because I have not played any more Halo, and it's really because I keep throwing grenades when I don't mean to. Because when I played Halo, that was my first online, FPS that I'm playing online with people and trying to dominate all the time with my battle rifle. This first game I played like that hardcore. And I got really used to a particular button layout called Bumper Jumper, where you basically use L1 to jump, and it would be R1 to melee, so jump and hit. It just felt right to me.
It felt right.
It felt right, and I got really used to it. Unless I'm like playing like a PC game where you can go in and customize your button layout, or obviously if you're playing with keyboard and mouse, it's quite different. But with a controller, I'm used to certain buttons, and a lot of games on console, you cannot arrange the buttons at all. Like they have preset layouts. You have to pick one of those and just hopefully it's close to what you want. I know it's a lot of backstory here. Okay, but I'm playing Halo I'm playing Halo Infinite, and I just keep throwing a stupid grenade. I'm like, why is this happening? Well, what's up? Oh, did we have...
I was just saying, our friend Katronica said, I have the grenade problem in Borderlands. So many accidental grenades.
That makes me feel so good. That is, I'm not the only one, thank God. But a lot of grenades are being thrown, and I'm like, I'm better than this. I'm so good at Halo. I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but like I played a lot of Halo. I'm better than that. So
you're not new on the block.
Yeah, but the reason this is happening is because I play a lot of Destiny. I play a lot of Crucible and PvP Destiny. I love playing. And 2 nights ago, Kayla, I stayed up way too late trying to go flawless in trials with our friend, and I love it. I love PvP. And the button arrangement in Destiny is close. They have a layout that's really close to Bumper Jumper. And it works better for me, but when I go to Halo, there's a couple of buttons off. So I'm literally going to take a picture of my button layout in Destiny this evening. I'm going to take a picture of it, because guess what? On Halo, on your Xbox, you can remap any of the buttons on the controller. And I've actually never experienced that on a console game. I mean, maybe it's happened before, but it's something that I've never seen. So I'm going to go back and mimic all my Destiny layout, but for Halo. I'm gonna try to, because there's not a grappling hook in Halo, or in Destiny. There is a grappling hook in Halo, and I don't know where that button needs to live. I don't know what I need to click to use it. I haven't found a home for it yet, but I will. But yeah, once I do that, I'm gonna play Halo, because I'm just like getting angry with it, because I know I'm better, and I don't mean to throw that grenade every time.
Jacob said there's a lot of interference with people, right? You said, like, with some people cheating and things like that.
Yeah, so Halo has a big cheating problem right now.
Dang.
Which they put out a thing today saying that they would address it. They didn't say how. They just said it was like, yeah, we'll address some of the cheating and stuff sort of thing that they said in one of their updates. But it wasn't super encouraging that they know exactly how to fix it, but at least they're like looking into it.
Yeah.
But that mixed with the ability not to disable crossplay if you wanted to was just kind of been a bummer for a lot of people.
Ooh, yeah, that stinks. Because like I was really nervous when crossplay came to Destiny for the first time. I was like, I don't know, but you can turn that on and off. So I didn't know you couldn't turn it on and off in Halo.
You can't, I believe you can't turn it off in Apex either. Maybe you can. I can't remember exactly with Apex, but the option is there.
Yeah, some games are getting real stingy with the crossplay.
Getting stingy. Jeez.
For a lot of games, you have to go into the console settings to disable it, but I believe that isn't anymore for Halo.
Jacob, your friend and our listener, Fake Art Prodigy, said, I'm doo-doo at Apex. I love that.
You should play with Kayla. Kayla's so good. Like, I got in there and I was like, dang, Kayla's pretty good. Like,
it's because I have so many hours in it. Oh my god.
Apex player over here. We gotta get back on that soon.
We do. Okay. Well, what else have you been playing, Jarek? Anything else?
Well, real quick, I think we need to do this. Fake Art Prodigy. Also, thank you for the follow, Bruno. 2016 or 2016, whatever you want. That's not the whole username, by the way. I just added those words because I don't know how they want it pronounced. What if that was the whole username? Could you repeat that? Nope. Anyways, thanks for the follow, Mr. Flax on Wax on, Rye Hollow, Pizza 5 Pie, Dayer 1, in the Bourbon State. There we go.
Wow. I love that.
Thank
you guys so much for joining. That's so nice. We love you guys. I love that I know what raids are now.
Yeah, we're in it. We're in it to win it. We're so cool,
we'll
Kayla.
have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta play some Apex on here now to show off your skills.
Oh gosh, you're embarrassing me, Jerk.
What?
I'm just kidding. It's fine.
But of course, Kayla, you know what I've been playing, girl. We are almost there. It's almost time to remove the worm from Sabathun in Destiny, okay? The Witch Queen, she's going to break out of her shell at some point. We don't know how this happens. We're sort of not on a cliffhanger yet, but we are nearing the end of the most recent season. And Destiny's just kicking butt with all the new content. I know before the stream, or was the stream? I can't remember what was before or after. Can't remember. But me and Jacob were talking about Destiny, or were we talking? I don't remember. We were talking about it, and he was like, "I get in for the events," and I was very much on the same like I just hop in, play like for a couple months, and then hop off. And I can tell you, quarantine when everybody was at home, that helped out a lot because there were so many people playing at once, and I've never rated as much as I did during that time frame. So since then, I've been really dedicated to each and every season of Destiny because there's enough story and enough like new events or something to play with every season. Back to what you were saying, it's just like that's the best time to hop on to play some of the new stuff. But it's been a lot, so much to where like I'm like I don't know what else I don't know what I need to do in Destiny because there's a lot to do. And they just had the 30th anniversary event where there's this celestial magical horse and Zur. When I talk about Destiny, I feel like I'm talking about I don't know, it's another language.
Sounds like you're tripping.
Yeah, it does. And I'm not. When you do Dares of Eternity with the celestial space horse, it is pretty magical. You're like, what are you doing? I love. I'm gonna send you a picture of this horse, Kayla. There is a horse in Destiny.
I'm a horse girl. I'm a horse girl.
Kayla's a horse girl. I need to send you this picture of this horse.
I'm retired, but
so we got a space horse. We got witch queens that are 20. I think it was 20 feet tall, at least 20 feet tall. They put out her height. The Witch Queen, Sabathun, she's coming. I'm so excited. So all I'm doing is playing Destiny because I'm trying to get all my achievements under my belt so I can get the Triumph Seal. I got to do all these things before the expansion. And
that flare, though.
So it's a lot of dedication. So Kayla literally is like, "Hey, can you edit this episode?" I'm like, "I can't. I'm playing Destiny." So that's what's happening. The quality of the show is struggling because of my Destiny addiction. So I'm just getting hyped for that. I'm just playing Destiny. Dares of Eternity, getting my money from the horse. That's what I'm doing.
It sounds like you're speaking another language.
Yeah.
But I love it. I love how passionate you get. It's amazing.
Man,
I can't wait for
we got a group of...
You're gonna have to stream.
I know. I'm going to set it up so the next time we definitely do a raid, I'll stream it. Because we have a pretty close group from another podcast, Respawn Aimfire. We play with them, and we raid pretty regularly. Like, if it's not one weekend a month at least, like, it's like every other weekend we've been doing something. And it takes up a lot of time.
That's awesome.
But it's fun.
Yeah.
That's all I've been playing.
Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Destiny every week. What's new?
But hey, you gotta be honest. I'm trying to, it'll be a good comparison to me. Next week, I'm going to come and have like 10 games I'm talking about because I have Game Pass. I just want to try everything. But I've been getting recommendations from our friends of the show. Oliver and Josh have been they wanted me to give like my top games, and they said they're going to give me like Game Pass recommendations based off of those. So I'm going to come back with some reviews next week.
Let's go.
I'm excited about that.
Whee!
Alrighty, let's jump into... Okay, do we want to do a little bit of news we have first, or do we want to go into our interview questions for our friend Jacob?
Let's do the interview questions. I want to go into the nitty gritty. I'm ready to get into the juicy action, which is these questions. It's not that juicy. It's just some funny questions we're gonna ask you.
It really is not. Okay, well, before we get to our question we ask every single guest we have, if you guys are not new to the show, you've heard us discuss this before, but let's start small, okay? Or smaller. Jacob, I want to know, what is your favorite Pokemon?
My favorite Pokemon?
Your favorite
Such a hard
Pokemon.
question. It's so hard to pick one.
We usually ask our guests this question, and I didn't warn you about this one.
Aha.
Oh, okay.
Umbreon, and then Piplup, and then Snorlax, and then Dragonite, and then Boltund.
Let's go.
Nice. You got your list. Okay, you're prepared. Jerica, what's your favorite one again?
I hate answer. I think I change my answer every time. Just depends which Pokemon is watching me right now, because I don't want them to kill me. Not that they're real or anything, or are they? I don't know.
Friend of the show, Arkham Arrow, which is Hunter, Jacob, said Bulbasaur is his favorite. Very basic. Classic.
It's classic.
I'm probably gonna go with like my most out of from a perspective of Jerica's a Pokemon fan. She loves Pokemon. This is if she could like ride one to work, and like that be a mode of transportation. Obviously, it's got to be a bigger Pokemon. I can't just hop on Pikachu's back. I wish I could, but I can't. I would probably kill him. But if I had to pick, it'd probably be Lugia. I think that is Gold and Silver was like obviously my favorite expansion. Also shows everyone my age a little bit, but I was a little kid when that came out, and it was so cool just to have all those new Pokemon. Lugia was awesome. But like default, I really want a Pikachu tattoo. That's probably gonna be my next tattoo. Is definitely some Pokemon, and I just like Pikachu's like the face of Pokemon. Some people might argue with that, but like Pikachu's iconic at this point. And I actually might go little memey with it. I love the surprise Pikachu meme. Like I thought about getting that as a tattoo. I was like, that's such a Jerica tattoo.
I have to say for me, it's probably Snorlax. I love Snorlax. And I also love Jigglypuff as well.
They're
that's
cute.
That's probably mine.
Yeah, Snorlax is great. And kind of terrifying if you think about what it is capable of. And how it just takes one squat.
Dead.
It takes one squat, and that's it.
Yeah.
That guy's thick.
All right. Okay. Okay, sorry. I was trying to pay attention to the chat as well. Okay. Next question. I'm mainly curious. This isn't scripted. I'm honestly just flying by the seat of my pants here. What was the first game that you remember like being the game that like defined you as a gamer? Like, oh, like I want to start. Like, what was like the first game you remember loving?
Oh, it was Pokemon Blue.
Okay.
Good.
I had it on a Game Boy. I got it for my birthday. I stayed up all night playing it. So I got that little light. I got the little light that you could put on it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Make sure that you could see the screen. And I was under my covers for the entire night. And I was like, this is my life now. This is my life. This is what I'm doing today, tomorrow, the next day. I'm playing this game. And so that's the one that was like, that really hit the tick in my head. That was like, video games are cool.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. And so yeah, I would say Pokemon Blue was the first one that did that.
That's awesome. That actually ties into a little bit of I wanted you guys, because I haven't been a super big, I love Pokemon, but I haven't played a whole lot of games, so I wanted to hear y'all talk about your favorite Pokemon games. So yeah, that's awesome. And then what was your first console ever, Jacob?
Oh gosh. I think the first console I had was the Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
Okay.
It was a hand-me-down, followed very closely by the PlayStation 2, and then I think like the year after the Nintendo 64. So like that kind of like 2-year stretch of my life, it was just like, wow, this is everything. This is awesome. There's so many cool things here. Yeah. I would kind of accumulate all those at the same time.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and we talked before the stream, but just for our listeners, Jacob is a man of many console type of you have a variety of different consoles. So I was curious, how do you decide what like console you want to play a certain game on? Do you have like a way that you do that?
Yeah, so first I see if it's coming on Game Pass.
Yep.
Of course, yeah.
Step one now.
Yeah, step one, is it on Game Pass? If not, it kind of comes down to like, if it's multiplayer, are my friends playing it? Most of my friends exist on one platform, and so that would kind of make the determination for that. And then if it was like a single player experience, it's like, what do I want out of this game? Is this something that I want to be able to play from my Xbox console on my phone using Game Pass streaming? Is it something that I really want the haptics on? Because that's something that's like a thing now. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I would have played Black Ops Cold War's campaign if the haptics weren't there, because that was such a cool experience.
One of my favorite games last year. I loved that game.
It was very impressive how they implemented the haptics with the game into the controller to give you that sense of urgency within the game. So that was really exciting.
So that's
then,
for sure.
yeah, and then if I'm going to stream it or not, if I stream it, I tend to either get it on the PC or get it on the Series S, which is in kind of like my streaming setup, which is really nice. So yeah, that's kind of my thought process when it comes to where am I going to play this.
Yeah, I've always wondered for people. You know, I have a couple different consoles. So now I have a PC and I have a PlayStation 5 and a PS4 and a Switch. But I don't really have there's not too much variability with that. Now, definitely, if it's on Game Pass, I'm gonna play it on my PC. But I was always curious, how you dictate what you play on what console. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so final question. Let's dive in.
It's good. Is it the
Jerica,
question?
I'm gonna let you. It is the question. I'm gonna let you deliver. I don't remember exactly how you worded it, but
Hold on.
we have our. You gotta get it. You gotta get it. I think I remember how you worded it. If you want me.
No. I have it. I have it saved in notes for guests when they come on the show. All right. Are you ready? Did you give him any of these? Does he have?
I gave him.
Which one?
So I gave him the summoning question.
Okay,
Maybe we
good.
have another one.
That's the one I was about to ask.
Okay, yeah.
I'm making sure I'm asking the right questions here. I don't want to blindside you. We're not that type of show, okay? We're not those kind of interviewers, okay?
Really quick, one thing. We have a listener, Campos.
Joel,
63.
that's our buddy.
Yeah.
That's one of my raid friends.
He said, well, this is funny. Listen, he said, this is cool. Jerica is a friend of mine I played Destiny with. Had no idea Penguin was going to be on the show.
Oh, what?
How nice is that?
Yeah, I met Campos through.
I'm about to freak out right now. What?
I met him through one of our not raid days, our streamer days. We had a streamer showcase from actually Courtney Love, who's in the chat. And I was actually watching one of y'all's raids on Campos stream.
Shut
And I
up.
was clicking that you were in that.
Yeah.
I'm freaking out.
Small world.
That's
Oh, wow.
weird. That's oddly small though. That's a weird small. Or is it?
Gamer
I don't know. That's pretty wild. I'm pretty blown away. That's
They said the community is folding in on itself. Love to see it. All nerd unite today.
That's crazy.
Okay.
My mind's
Now-
blown. Okay.
Deliver.
Here's the
Let's
question.
deliver.
Okay, here comes the question. All right. If we had to summon you via black magic, what 5 items would we need to complete the summoning of the penguin? Did I do that right? Did I say that right? Do you have is there any kind of cool accent or, elevated voice you use when you announce your name?
Some people use go French, straight into it.
Okay.
Like the penguin.
Okay, cool. That's pretty
You
cool.
don't have to. You could just say it's a penguin. You could just say penguin. But yeah, people have fun with it. And that's what I love about any name I give myself is I want other people to have fun with it.
Okay, cool.
I feel like I want to use a Russian accent when I say it, like the penguin.
Oh yeah.
That's not really Russian, but
Close enough to me. Sounded good, Kayla. Anywho, yes, what are those 5 items? Sorry. What would we need to summon you?
I'm stirring my cauldron. I'm about to put it in.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right. So, Pokemon Crystal cartridge. The
Nice.
most beautiful game cartridge that there's ever been. Direct inner child focus there that you throw in there. A steak from the set of Buffy the Vampire Slayer,
Okay.
because that show holds my heart, and you would stake in my
Yeah.
heart, and so that's how you summon my compassion. Anything Batman written by Scott Snyder. That's how you capture my thought essence.
Yes.
Is through anything Batman written by Scott Snyder.
Yes.
The squawk of a penguin. You'd have
Yeah.
to capture that in a jar or something. I don't know what technology you have, but the squawk of a penguin to capture that's just who I am
Okay.
as a person.
That's awesome.
And then kind of throwing in there, but kind of giving a little ambiance, anything narrated by Priyanka Chopra. Anything narrated by her.
Wait, who is she? Tell me.
Yeah, I don't know who.
Just
Yeah, who is she?
myself coming out. You don't know Priyanka Chopra?
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's amazing. She was in the most recent Matrix movie.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
She's married to Nick Jonas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she was in a show called Quantico. Nothing to do
Wait.
with games, but she has the most amazing voice.
Okay.
Wait, I watched Quantico. I know exactly who this is now.
Yeah, she's
I just didn't have a
phenomenal.
name. I love that. That was so thought out, well thought out.
Good.
I love
Those are
it
good.
so
Captures
much.
Elements of everything coming in all together. That's how
Yeah.
you bring out. Yeah.
One of my favorite, I love that. I love the penguin squawk. That's going to be my favorite item, I think.
That's what really pushes it through. It's like you really got to throw that in there with a bang so that the glass shatters from the jar and you just hear that squawk come out.
Man, you need some kind of animation, like just the penguin like ripping out of you and squawking. I think that'd be pretty
it's
awesome.
like,
yeah.
The flappers come like out and then kind of back. Just like in fluid
Yeah.
motion.
Perfect.
One of our guests on the show was like a burger, like a Big Mac burger wrapper is something that you put.
Yeah.
that was really funny.
Just the
Well, thank you.
of what McDonald's is.
He's a big fast food fan though, so it made sense. But okay, I think that's all the questions that we have for you. Let's move into what little news we got.
Oh,
There's some fun things to talk about.
I did want to mention one
Yes.
thing. If like you've ever watched the stream before, this might be pretty funny for Joel, but Audrey's playing Destiny right behind me. So it's like a dual stream. Like you can listen to us or you can watch my girlfriend play Destiny. Right behind us.
That's really funny. Oh, I love that. Okay, well, so a couple things. Today, I believe, actually, we got this, is the Kirby and the Forgotten Land trailer. Is this the first we've heard of this, or have they mentioned this before?
So we've seen this game before.
We have.
I believe it was at a Nintendo showcase.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Wait, I do
and,
remember this.
And they showed it briefly. They showed the lands. They showed kind of like the landscaping, the world, and then they showed Kirby popping in and kind of running out and about it.
Yeah.
This is the first like gameplay-esque thing that we've seen from it, which is exciting.
Yeah, well, what were y'all's thoughts? I watched it and I thought it looked great. I'm really excited for the co-op aspects as well. What did y'all think?
Yeah, I think it looks a ton of fun. It's like they've taken everything that we loved about Mario, and then threw Kirby into it, and so everything that like the most recent Mario game, Super Mario Odyssey, like everything that we loved about that, they're like, let's do that, except like in more of a fantasy land with Kirby in it, and it's like, yeah, that's exactly what they delivered on, and I'm really pumped about it.
Derek, are you gonna play it?
Absolutely, because like I can tell you this, I don't remember the last time I played a Kirby game. It's been a while, but I've always been a fan of Kirby. It's been a while. It's always been, I love Kirby. I think the fact that you can swallow things and turn into them is really magical, and I love that's his ability. I'll tell you this, there was one Kirby game, I forgot which one, that I played on not Super Nintendo, or was it Super Nintendo? One of the two older Nintendos, NES or Super, but I'll say I played the heck out of that game, and all I really did was just eat things to see what the abilities were after you ate them. I never beat the game. I was a little dumb kid then, so I couldn't beat the games at the time. But I've always loved that aspect, and the first thing I thought of, Kayla, you might relate, when I saw the game, like the trailer and then the new trailer today, like all the different environments that Kirby is exploring are very unique. I didn't ever expect Kirby to be in these areas, but I immediately thought of Sonic Adventure, oddly enough.
Oh,
and like
yeah.
some of the levels that you go to there just seem like very diverse. Like at one point, like Kirby's in the desert and like in the jungle, and I think the jungle vibes like gave me maybe think of Sonic Adventure.
Jacob, Sonic Adventure 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. I love Sonic
It's
Adventure.
phenomenal.
Those are great games. Superb.
Is that on? Can I play that on Game Pass?
It's a great question because anything could be there, but I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think I would have noticed something like, okay, I gotta download this. So you never know. Maybe one day. You definitely can
think I
play it
can
on
download-
something on the PC. You can definitely download it somewhere.
This is also super random. I'm about to discover the world of emulators as well. Like I want a GameCube emulator like right now. I have a GameCube, but the problem is I can't find any games like that are not insanely priced. But yeah, that was a random little side note there. One of our listeners, is it Courtney Love or Courtney Love? Is one of your friends?
Yeah,
Courtney
Love, yeah.
Okay. They said Last of Us Kirby edition.
Yeah, because like you see Kirby in like this apocalyptic landscape with all this vegetation, like an old town city, and I was just like, wow, Kirby's in The Last of Us now. Oh, I just need to see Kirby play a guitar, you know.
I will say they showed Kirby fishing.
Yeah.
That's all you needed to do. You just needed to show that little glimpse of Kirby throwing out a little fishing pole and just fishing with a POW.
God.
That's all you needed to get me into it.
It's just
Otto, hello.
Oh yeah, the dog's here. It's crazy Otto, are you excited for Kirby? Yeah. He's rolling all over. He likes to roll his face and body on the carpet. I think he gets itchy. And he makes these random sounds. If you hear the sounds, it sounds like a critter.
It sounds like a Bug Snacks is what it sounds like.
If you didn't know, this just made me think of it. Auto sound effects are great because I need to get him in voiceover business because there's a pug out there that's the voice of a lot of different species in Halo. If that pug can make it in voiceover, Otto should be a professional because he's literally making all the sounds right now. And it sounds like I need my energy sword. There's a critter.
Oh my gosh.
A grunty in here. Sorry.
Right.
Derailed the convo there. But yes, I'm ready for Kirby. I'm ready for Kirby. And the co-op, that was a surprise today. I didn't know it was going to be co-op. So that's a lovely surprise because now me and Audrey can play together and have a good time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was worried when they showed at the Nintendo Direct kind of what it was, that there wouldn't be any co-op aspects because they didn't set it up like it would be. It looked like this was going to be like a Kirby solo adventure.
Yeah.
So I was really, really happy when they showed co-op stuff today.
Yeah, and it comes out fairly soon, March 25th. Is that right? I think that's right. So that's pretty cool. I can't remember if I've actually even played a Kirby game before. I have to think. I don't know if I have. So this might be my first time. I am very intrigued, though. I definitely want to play it. So that'll be really fun. Is there any other notable news that you guys can think of? I think that's really it. And where you said we got a new Pokemon sort of trailer today. Is that right, Jacob?
Yeah, there was a Pokemon Legends Arcus trailer that came out today. Just kind of summarizing everything that we've seen so far. With a fun little voiceover guy that confirmed that it was Arceus and not Arceus.
Yeah. I was like, I'm afraid to say the name. So I was like, awesome. Here's a Pokemon fan. I will ask him that he's here because it's me and Caleb been talking about it, but I don't know if I'm like I keep calling it the new Pokemon game.
Yeah. It comes out January 28th, I believe.
Yeah, it's right around the corner.
What are y'all's thoughts on that? Are you both excited for that?
Incredibly. So
yeah,
it's definitely the newest like type of Pokemon game. Like they don't branch out too much, so I'm eager to see because that is one thing I wish. I want more experimental games from the franchise, and this is one of them. So I'm eager to see. Like, I didn't watch the trailer from the day, so I don't know if they noted anything new or what is going to be the loop in this game or how it's going to work or anything. But it looks like open world. You're able to explore and find some Pokemon and toss your balls at them and catch some. I don't know.
So it won't be like fully open world. It'll be like how Monster Hunter on like the 3DS was.
Okay. Yeah.
Explore those, but even with that, they seem huge for what Pokemon's given us so far. And so it's going to be really cool to see how those different biomes affect what you're seeing and how it plays. Pokemon can take you out now, which is really exciting. Like, holy crap, that's terrifying. Seeing a Snorlax charge at you is probably one of the most nightmarish things that could happen. Some of the stuff that I'm curious about is Like, will there be a version of trainers that you come across, or I don't know if they'll have gyms necessarily. I think the gyms will be kind of the Pokemon that are. It's kind of going back to like Pokemon Sun and Moon, where you have the trials. It'll be something similar to that with what they've set up. But I'm really excited about the battle system. Because they have revamped that turn-based battle system to introduce some new strategies to how you play.
Oh, that's exciting.
Where different moves will be able to like work back to back. Your speed influences your priority in the order, and like how many times you can move before the next one does. So that's going to be really exciting to see.
Yeah. So yeah, that's something that, Jerica, you're going to be picking it up too, I presume?
Yes, I'm definitely going to try to squeeze that in before I have to remove the worm from Savathûn. I'm going to try to
Two very different things.
I'm going to try to catch all the Pokemon and not get ran over by a Snorlax. And then get the worm out of Savathûn so she could try to murder us all.
What a time to be a gamer, you know?
It's the best thing.
Really,
also, fight some robotic dinosaurs, because Horizon Forbidden West also comes out like 2 days before Destiny does, which apparently this isn't we're not going to talk about this news, so I don't know all the story. I just know some of the game's been leaked already, so I'm just like, I have omitted those words from Twitter, Horizon related, because I do not want to get spoiled, because I beat that game and I don't want to know anything going into this one. I get spoiled a lot when it comes to games, and I'm just really trying not to get spoiled with Horizon. Horizon. So beware, there's stuff out there, so don't go looking for it.
Yeah.
Maybe hide the words on Twitter so it doesn't find you, because sometimes that happens too.
And then 3 days after that, we've got Elden Ring.
Oh God, duh. Like what the heck is it gonna? What are we gonna do? Is the world just gonna implode? It's just gonna, especially a lot of our close friends, Kayla, with Elden Ring. That's all they've been talking about for months, and I think our friend Kyle might explode when that game comes out.
Yeah. I think that didn't they release some sort of demo, like a limited demo that some people could play?
It was like a network test, right?
Yeah. Did you get to play that, Jacob?
I did not, but I did get to watch some of it, and we'll say it intrigued me a lot more than those games typically do. I don't like Dark Souls and Bloodborne because I don't like that I can't choose a baby mode.
Yep.
I want the easy mode. I really appreciate the easy mode.
I do too.
Because I play a lot of games. I can't.
Yeah,
it's been 7 hours on a boss. Like,
I agree.
No.
Jerica, very recently, didn't you start playing Dark Souls? Or you had gone into
Demon
Dark Souls and put it down?
Demon Souls, yes. I started, and it's fun. Like, I get it. Like, it does click with me, like, why people love to get murdered in these games, and just, like, because it feels really good when you finally get through it, and, like, you just keep pushing. But it is, like, me with, like, an ice pick on this iceberg, just, like,
clipping away.
I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm not going to make it. I don't have time. I can't get through the middle. I don't know what I'm doing with the iceberg, by the way. I'm just trying to get it out of the way. It's one of those games that I'll get back to and play occasionally, but I don't know if I'll ever beat it because it is very difficult. It's not like out of the realm of possibility, but like I would have to sit down and just play it, and I just can't play one game right now. So
yeah, that's how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
I need an easy mode, like Jacob was saying. Like I will play something on easier story mode, just because like I'm more there for the experience and like I really like the story aspects. I like the combat as well, but I feel like those games aren't for me, so I've never picked them up. And
funny enough, I was talking about during the year 2020 when we were all stuck at home for a good bit. You might still be stuck at home. Regardless, like I had so much more time on my hands, and it's the only year, and it will be the last year that I get any platinums, I feel like. Remember, like, Kayla, I set like a goal for myself to get all these platinum trophies on my PlayStation. I'm like, I'm gonna be a completionist. I'm not gonna jump into the next game until I beat this one and get the platinum. And I did really good with that, like the whole year.
For like 1
like,
year.
Go to Kayla she got to observe and hear about all of it, and I haven't got a platinum since The Last of Us Part 2. That was it. That was the last one.
It's hard because you have so many games you want to play. It's hard to like sit through and complete like completion style the whole game.
And I'm just talking about a platinum trophy, like beating the game. Even I haven't even beat a game in a long time. Like I still have Psychonauts. Kayla, we do a special episode for our backlog of Doom, and we need to update that. And that episode's gonna be really long because my list is grown.
Yeah, we do an episode usually at the beginning of the year. We'll probably do it maybe next week or something.
Yeah, it's about time to update the list. What do we need to get back to? So.
Yeah, we usually do like and we'll revise like our previous year's list and say like, did we get to any of these games? Honestly, probably not. But I don't know. Some I think I can take some off my list. We'll have to see. But yeah, we'll do a revision of that. Jacob, have you played Psychonauts 2? Did you play that?
I loved it.
I love it.
I streamed it, I think, the week that it came out.
Oh, nice.
And then just finished it that week.
Dang, okay. I need to beat it.
That game. I
love the style.
Really well done. The style's great. The story is really, really fun. But how they portray different aspects of like mental health and how the brain works is just really clever and intuitive. So it was like really fun just to see how that continued to unfold. And it's like, oh, I'm like fighting elements of PTSD here, and like it's like, wow, this is so incredible. I'm learning so much.
Yeah, and you're learning so much with like these deep, like really like hard topics, honestly, in such like a cheeky, like fun way, but also like with respect to those things. Like it's not like just. I think it's really awesome. I'm almost done, I think, but I'm still not completely finished. I didn't play the first one. Did you play the first one, Jacob?
I did, and it was so long ago that I'm so glad they included that little recap in there.
Yes,
it was awesome. I was like, thank God.
Yeah, it's like I don't have time to play through the first one.
Yeah.
So I was really thankful for that.
Yeah, so that's me and Jericho are both. It got brought up because we're both trying to play through it right now, and I'm almost done. So I really need to finish it up because I love it. So yeah, that's kind of lots of games that I'm wanting to get to in the near future. So why don't we kind of round out the episode with talking about? I know Jericho had some predictions for the year. Do you have anything specific you wanted to talk about for what do we expect in 2022? What's gonna actually come out? What's unfortunately probably going to get delayed? I'm
going to say two things just to get a laugh. Things are going to get delayed. Things are going to get delayed. And I think the gaming industry might explode just because, and not in a good way, because, you know, last year, we want to get into this, everything with Activision. On a serious note, like a lot of stuff needs to change in the gaming space. There's just something else the gaming space can't take. Here's more on a lighthearted note. We can't take NFTs. Get the NFTs out of the games, because like it's happening. All these big game companies are all taking notes on each other, and they were all waiting to see who was going to do it first. And then when that broke, they're all like, all right, what are we going to do with our NFTs? We're going to put, I can't really explain an NFT. I just know it's like a picture.
No, don't get into it.
And things like, it's like money and Bitcoin. I don't know, but I don't need it in my games. I don't need it.
Get it out my games. I don't need no NFTs.
I'm already buying things for my Destiny Guardian that I can't even put in my real closet. It's just on this character that I'm looking at, and I spend more money on that than I do my own clothes lately. So I don't need the NFTs because I feel like those are expensive and they don't do anything to my character yet. Who knows? All right, that's my prediction.
NFTs games.
Oh gosh, it's a nightmare. Like, why? Like, why? It's like, yeah, you'll have two people buy a $10,000 cosmetic that they can use in this game that they won't play in 6 months. It's like, stop.
It's crazy.
The
Honestly,
game industry doesn't need sexual harassment, and we don't need NFTs. That's the two things we need to get out of here. Why is it here? Get it out. We don't need it. It'd be a better place without any of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Get it out of here.
Yeah. Thank you for your lighthearted note onto that.
You know, NFTs gonna ruin everything.
The Bourbon State said if I'm dropping 10K on an in-game NFT, I'm playing it for life.
Yeah. It's like almost like, you know, I spent a little extra. I'm a rambler. Like when I'm 80, I dread when I'm like 80 years old. So let me tell you a time. I spent a little money on like a costume one time. Like I'm not a professional cosplayer. I had a professional cosplayer make a costume for me. It's Commander Shepard from Mass Effect. So I do have a full set of armor in case the Reapers come and I need to kill them. In my foam armor, because I'm sure that's protective.
Yes, you do.
But I spent a pretty penny on that, so now every Halloween, that's all I wear. I don't wear any other. I will never dress up as anything else. I'm always going to be Commander Shepard. If there's a costume involved, that's me. So.
I love that.
If you find it, like, that's it. That's all you need.
Yeah, that's your thing. 100%. Stick to it. I love that. Hunter, my husband just got a 3D printer, and so he's gonna 3D print like all things.
You know, I was gonna ask about that. I'll save that for after the show. I won't go down another ramble, but that's really cool, and I'm intrigued.
Yeah, he the first one so I got it for him for Christmas, and we believe it was defective, and I thought, I was like, are you sure you need to read up on it a little more since you're new? You know, you might maybe something, but actually something was wrong with the printer, so we had to get a replacement. So he's waiting on that. He's like a little kid. He's like, I want my printer now. It's really funny. Anyways, moving on.
Sorry.
So what else do we think is gonna happen this year? Jacob, you got any predictions for the year, gaming wise? Anything you think is gonna happen?
Yeah, I don't think God of War is gonna be here very soon.
No.
I think Ragnarok, I think it's either going to happen in December or it's going to be next year, which is fine. You know,
it's fine.
So many games to play. It's just like, I don't know. Sony came out so hard with their games.
Yeah.
Like, this is coming like right around the corner. Get a PS5 right now, or else you won't be able to play this exclusive PS5 game, Horizon Zero Dawn and God of War. And, then we find out Horizon Zero Dawn is going to be on PS4 and God of War got delayed out the wazoo. And it's just like, oh, okay, PS5, we get it. You wanted to sell your consoles.
Yeah. They did.
They did. That's a good prediction. And I think I saw like on some news outlet talked about it today that PlayStation actually has went back. I don't know sources. I don't know how credible this is, but I read something today that PlayStation is going back to making PlayStation 4s because they can't keep up with like the PS5 demand, and like people are going to want to play those games, and maybe they need a PS4. Yeah. So
I think they put in for like $1 million to go into production PS4s.
That's wild. Okay, yeah. I was reading that today. I was like, I just read the header. I was like, does it surprise me? Makes sense.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. That's one of my questions, and I'm not really sure what I think my answer is. But do we think that at any point this year PS5s are gonna be like readily available, or do you think it's still gonna be not anytime this year?
Mm-mm.
No, I don't. I think it'll be a year or two before we even see it on a store shelf. I just don't think that like we have enough in the supply chain to support the demand. Even Xbox is like, they're making more Xboxes than they've made on any console generation launch, but they're still selling out of all of them. And so like, I think they ran the numbers. It's like over 12 million that they've sold. And
wow.
I think PlayStation's coming up like 15 million is like what the estimate is, 16 million. So like
that's crazy.
Both just putting out a ton of consoles. But like they just can't meet the demand that people want, which is probably remnants from the pandemic. Everyone got back into gaming.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the pandemic caused the supply chain to back up, and so it's just like all these factors are coming together to make it really difficult for a lot of us.
Yeah, one of my close friends. So obviously, me and Kayla, I'm sure we have some friends outside of gaming, but one of my close friends likes games, but it's not like hardcore like we are in this chat here. And speaking to that, like over quarantine, she was like, I gotta get a PS5. I gotta get one. I want one. I was like, okay. We eventually she got one. You know,
Aw.
if you know Jericho, you're gonna get a PS5. If you need one, just like tell me.
Erica got me a PS5.
I'm pretty persistent.
It was on. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were on air when it happened.
It was
when the pre-orders launched.
when you figure out what episode that is. That's hilarious. I'm like, oh, hold your horses. It's
Really
happening.
Quick story. It was like the soft launch where they like they dropped the pre-orders for GameStop, I think is what it was, Jericho. Is that what it was? I can't remember. And Jericho was like, gotta go right now.
I left, did my pre-order in store. I told Audrey, my girlfriend was just like, I don't know. Do we need to do that? I was like, yes, we need to do this. And I was like, I didn't even put on my clothes. Like I had clothes on. I didn't put on any proper clothes. I left in my pajamas. I was ready to go. But yeah. Anyways, like my friend doesn't play a lot of games and she got a PS5 and now like I feel like every month she's playing a new game and she's texting me and that's never happened before. Aww. I never expected that. So yeah, you're right. Like more people are playing games. The chip shortage, you can't keep up with demand. And I feel like gaming is bigger than ever. Like this is evident that I feel like even if PlayStation could keep up with demand, they would still be sort of difficult to get. Like I don't think there's ever been a demand this high for like a new console ever. So it's pretty crazy. PS5s, they will not be on the shelves this year.
Nope.
Yeah. What kind of stuff do we think is going to get announced this year? What do you think? Anything big? Jericho, what do you think?
You know what I think.
Silent Hill.
Someone's making it. I know it's not the Blue Box Studios. I went down that conspiracy rabbit hole for a while. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So definitely not that. But I feel like
you really think it's in production?
I think it is. Like I forget the studio that supposedly was working on it. You know, I would love to figure out the thing with. I don't practice law. I just know there were some issues with Konami and Kojima, and they were horrible to him. I don't really know all the conflict, but you know, now he's got his own thing, Kojima Productions. I would love to get back because Silent Hill PT, the playable teaser, is one of the best video game experiences I ever had in my life, and it's just a teaser and it's not even that long. I want that so bad. I don't know if that's probably not what we're gonna get, obviously, but like I would like a new Silent Hill. Like it's time for it to come back. I love me and Kayla love scary games.
Yeah, we love.
Right.
Did you play PT, Jacob?
I didn't play PT, but I watched a lot of PT.
Yeah,
a lot of it. I was like, I want to be with other people when this happens. And like I just watch streamer after streamer after streamer, YouTuber after YouTuber, just like go through the same thing. And it was incredibly exciting.
Throwback. I know we were just talking about how I love scary games. I actually streamed with Jacob a long time ago, Layers of Fear. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
That was in like my
baby streamer.
Baby streamer. It's like, I'm playing with this. I might want to do this one day kind of phase.
Yeah.
I
was going to say, you've been doing it for a long time now, right?
I've dabbled for a long time.
Yeah.
I've done it seriously for about a year.
That's cool.
So yeah, we streamed some scary games together. We did Layers of Fear, and then what did you do with Hunter? You played a scary game with Hunter too. We did Outlast, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Speaking of Kojima, though, I do think that he does something with Xbox that gets announced this year.
Yeah, that's a rumor.
That rumor has been like under the sheets for like too long now.
They're hot.
We'll just like learn something this year, like maybe like Summer Game Fest or Microsoft Showcase. They'll say like they'll show like a little clip of something. It's like 5 seconds, and they'll say Kojima Productions.
And that's all I need. I love a cryptic. Give us the most cryptic things from Kojima, and that makes me happy. So
I was thinking, like, what could Kojima do? You know, with all of his spacey kind of out there horror storytelling that he does, would fit into the Game Pass model that you could like have almost like seasons come out of this episodic kind of
Yeah.
telling of a story that he does, and I feel like it could go that route.
It,
I don't
it
know if it does.
we all hope it does. We want him to do the weirdest thing. He's done some wild things before with games, like just some fourth wall stuff. That's why I'm such a big fan. It's just he thinks outside the box hardcore, like it's gonna punch you in the face. That's what he thinks about.
Yeah. Well, I could definitely see that happening this year.
Let's go.
For
Let's go.
sure.
I'm down. I don't care where he goes. We got both consoles in this house, but I just want a new Kojima thing and a new Silent Hill. If they're not together, that's okay. It's fine.
Do y'all think PSVR 2 is coming out in the holiday, or do you think it's
I
gonna get
want
pushed
it to
into,
so
like,
bad. I want it to so bad.
summer? Yeah, like the following summer. It's hard to imagine that they'd be able to make and put out that many to make an impact.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm sure they're already in production on it. So
They have
I
to.
would
I would.
say-
Oh, sorry, Kayla. Go ahead.
When is Ragnarok intended to come out this year? Is it
this year.
September?
It's just
Oh, okay.
2022.
Yeah.
I would say
Um,
we either get one or the other. I don't know.
That's
What do you guys think?
like Sony didn't have anything this fall, right? Unless I'm just really forgetting something. I feel like we didn't have any big AAA big things come from Sony this in the fall. We had like the director's cuts of our favorite PS4 games,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
I don't
Tsushima.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, it was weird that they announced the VR. They talked more about VR earlier this year. I thought that was unexpected. So maybe they have something planned, but it would be very limited. I also think it might be expensive. Like
Yeah, I think it could easily be like 450.
exactly. I think almost as the PlayStation 5 itself. So I just don't know if that fits into what they're wanting right now. I don't know. I have no idea with that.
I think it comes down to like they want to have something during the holiday. Like Kayla's saying, it's like it could be one or the other.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think they want to have more on the holiday. If they could get both in the holiday, they ideally would. But I think it's about guaranteeing that something's there. And like PSVR 2 is something that they could, like, as Sony could guarantee, whereas like Sony Bend, they have more flexibility because we know what happens when a game comes out too early. It's like it's a disaster. But if PSVR 2 comes out earlier than it should, essentially you just get a patches for a month or two to resolve it, but you still have games that you can play.
Yeah.
And so
That's a good point.
Yeah, I think it's really about like what can they guarantee during the holiday season, and trying to target that. Because if they do PSVR 2, they could have like a new VR Astrobot. They've got the Horizon game that could come with it.
This turns into my next prediction, so don't let me forget. Because
Yeah, so like they could have games that support it that really just like drive what the holiday is without having to have games there.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I didn't even think about that.
oh, I love that. That gets me hyped. I'm down. I'm ready to go.
So Jerica Astrobot?
Yeah, I'm so ready for more Astrobot. That's so cool. Like when PlayStation does like a VR game and like has one of their studios like focus on this is the type of game we want to make for the system, like they nail it. Like I think that's one of my favorite VR games, like in terms of like how it utilizes that. Because I honestly, believe it or not, I love roller coasters, but like in VR VR makes me nauseous. I've never been nauseous on like an
Yeah.
amusement park ride. But it's, I guess, the fact that I'm not actually like feeling like G-force or any movement, like it sort of like makes my stomach queasy. So a lot of games actually make me sort of nauseous when I play. But that's what I liked about Astrobot's the what was it, rescue mission, I think. On the PSVR, like it was so cool. It was just like I was inside his little world and I'm able to control him. Like it's a really cool experience and it looks phenomenal. It's a perfect VR game. I'll tell you, one of my big predictions. Okay, you ready for this? Me and Kayla talk about The Last of Us all the time. Also got that
Yeah, we do.
tattooed on my body. The Last of Us is one of my favorite games. They're working on
The
this.
show!
They're working on the HBO show. Okay, it's a very good possibility that comes out this year, in my opinion. I think that could come out. And
I see fall.
And I see PlayStation capitalizing on that, you know, just like what happened with The Witcher when it came to Netflix. Like, so many more people were downloading The Witcher. And I'm sure, obviously, I think that I was reading they're doing like an update to The Witcher. CD Projekt Red is working on that. I hope that comes soon because I just rewatching or watching season 2 now, and I want to go play The Witcher. I need a PS5 version. But I'm hoping. Obviously, I don't want like Last of Us Part 3. Okay, I'm not that crazy. But I hope the multiplayer thing they got going on at Naughty Dog comes out this year. That'd be a nice fall game, little fall surprise from Sony. And I would love some kind of VR experience with Last of Us. I think that would be truly terrifying. And I would love to see how they make that into some sort of experience where I don't know if I'm stabbing, you know, I got my guns, you know, I'm just this person trying to get away from the clickers. So I hope there's a VR experience, because with the Horizon game announcement, that got me really excited. And like, oh, we're about to see like big AAA Sony titles like integrated in this VR thing finally. There's always been like smaller projects. So the Horizon VR thing got me really excited.
Yeah,
what if?
Sure. And it could be a big year for Last of Us.
Yeah. If the VR headset comes soon, oh my god, it's probably all gonna get delayed. But I get excited.
What if in Last of Us VR you can like cuddle with Ellie and Dina, like you're in there?
That's basically the dream. I just want to be there. I just want to sit on the couch and listen.
Yeah, it's perfect. We could also get Last of Us remastered or remake.
That too. I almost forgot. You're right.
Last of Us remake could be this year.
God.
So it could just be a big year for Last of Us all around if it all comes together. Like I don't know about factions this year.
No, I know.
It's like I'm hopeful for factions this year. But like it's such a you really have to nail that multiplayer stuff. So like I feel like they will take the extra time that they need. Because we haven't heard like there haven't been like any.
No, and they don't comment on it either. People ask us like they'll post some fan art, you know, Ellie fan art, and then like the first comment's like factions when I'm like, yeah, no one has any chill with that.
So I think the show definitely comes out this year.
I do too.
Because they're like, they've been like, I mean, they haven't said too much recently, but they were posting like photos and things like that, like in the past couple months.
They're back.
Right?
They took like the holidays, but they are back at it. They're back at it.
What I would say maybe like holiday maybe, or like fall. Possibly.
It'd be a good little winter show. I'd like it during.
It would.
Like just like The Witcher. Like I like that during that time. That'd be good timing.
They definitely, like you were saying, will definitely capitalize on that. Like maybe something will launch with it, if not like really close to it. You know, I think that would be cool. And if it's around the holidays, like they have that advantage as well. So I support all of their endeavors.
Me too.
Just sign me up. All right, guys. Do you have anything else that we want to wrap up with predicting? I can't really think of anything else.
Is Breath of the Wild 2 gonna happen?
Yeah, I was about to say.
What do you guys think?
I don't know. Like the first one took so long, and yeah, they were like building everything from like the ground up, but like, I feel like they don't even know like quite what to do with the story. Like they gave us glimpses, and it's like, yeah, this could be like 100 different things. Like you showed us nothing really. You showed like a darker tone. You showed Link falling from the sky. You showed Zelda like falling into his arm or whatever. And it's like, okay, cool. What else? It's like they haven't said or shown anything since then. So I think if nothing gets shown by this summer, like by Summer Game Fest, and when that moment happens, then I think it's just not gonna happen. And Nintendo really likes like March releases for those kinds of games, so I could definitely see it just, you know, maybe we see something at a Nintendo Direct in August, September that says it's coming out in March.
Yeah. Because right now it just says it's slated for this year. Like it just says 2022, right?
Yeah, and it's like, sure.
Yeah.
If there's not a date next to it, then I don't buy it yet.
Yeah.
The one thing I'm
That's
like
fair.
one thing I really want to see coming on time is Redfall.
Yeah,
From Arcus Studios.
Ooh.
yeah.
Just because I don't know, vampires, arcane, multiplayer. It's just like you're hitting me in all the right spots, and you're like comes out summer 2022, and it's like, you sure?
You sure? Yeah, I'm like, wow, that's
Please don't get my hopes up on this.
I've seen this. I'm looking at it. This looks like something I would like.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen it before.
The cinematic got me. I was like, ooh, I love this. It's been,
Mhm.
it's been a while since I like had any vampires in my video game life. Like in the games
Yeah.
I'm playing. Like we have tons of zombies. We got tons
Dying
of
Light 2.
got tons of. I was gonna say something else funny, but it slipped my mind. We got tons of Fortnites. Okay.
Yeah.
BRs, okay? We got tons of those. Zombies and battle royale. We got tons of that. Give me some vampires. We don't have any vampires.
I would love to see a new like battle royale free to play game. I would love to see like a new up and coming like thing with that. I think that would be really anything. Is there anything slated? Do you know, Jacob?
So there's stuff in early access.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking about vampire, there's like Vampire Masquerade or whatever the battle
Yeah.
royale.
Yeah.
Is that a battle royale? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, it looks kind of cool. It's got cool elements to it where you can like regain health and stuff by like taking out civilians.
Yeah.
Yeah, that comes out this year, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to like launch this year. It's in early access, so you can play it on Steam now.
Ooh, okay.
But it's definitely one that could come this year. Yeah, battle royales lately have been just like it's hard to get through the initial gate of
Yeah.
the fan base because everyone's dedicated to Fortnite, Warzone, Apex. Like those are the big three in terms of
Yeah.
battle royale. So it's like they're dedicated to that. When you go to a new one, if it doesn't grab them, how that one's grabbing them, like years in, then
Yeah.
it's going to be hard to like really capture the player base.
Yeah.
So it'd have to be like it'd have to like almost reinvent the idea of what battle royale is, I think, in order to like really capture some momentum.
Or have
Figure
Master
That's
Chief in it.
Ooh.
Spartan battle royale.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be.
If it doesn't happen, like this is a simulation. It's not real. Our life is not real. So
How else are they going to sell cosmetics?
I know.
Really bad cosmetics.
Okay, I have one more question, and I'm not sure what I think the answer to this is, but do we think that there will be a new the sequel to Jedi Fallen Order announced this year? Because I know I've seen things about that.
I do think we get Jedi Fallen Order 2 this year.
We get it this year?
I think we get it this year.
I think
Oh,
they don't really.
Announced.
Yeah, they don't really like. They don't give you information, but when they give it, like I feel like everything with that game was just like, here it is.
Yep.
one of my favorite games. I absolutely.
We're working
adore
on
that
it.
game.
This is the title.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we see it this summer.
Oh,
And then they announce it for like November.
that would be amazing.
I like
would love
that.
so
I
much.
agree.
I hope that that's true because I love that game so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, me too. It's good. You need something to hold the Star Wars fans over too. 'Cause you've
Yeah.
given them a taste of so much. With like the KOTOR remake.
Oh.
And, games that are in development from other studios in the Star Wars universe. That you just need to give them something now so that you can kind of build on that. And I think because they haven't said anything, is why I'm more confident in it coming out this year.
That's understandable. Yeah.
One studio.
Right. Our friend Play Along Pod said, "I hope at least we get an announcement of Jedi Fallen Order sequel this year." I absolutely loved that game.
It was so good.
Yeah.
They
absolutely.
for their first game, like first Star Wars game like that, like it was just like, oh my god, if this is what they're starting with, like I cannot, like we're gonna get our minds blown with the sequel.
Yeah.
Ah,
All right. I think that's a good way to end it. Unless you guys have anything else that you
I'm so
wanted to
hyped I
add.
won't be able to go to sleep, and I really need sleep. I stay up too late playing Destiny the other night.
Jacob, we really enjoyed having you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And then
Thanks
we
for having
can't
me
wait
on.
to be on your show as well. We'll have to figure out a game to play.
excited.
Ooh,
so
yeah.
Maybe we could play. We could play a scary game. We could play.
Phasmophobia is on the list, I think. I think that would be really fun.
Yeah,
but
you let us know. You
there's
pick.
so many games.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for listening. If you were live, we appreciate you guys so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
See you next
Make sure you
time.
follow Jacob on all of his things. Oh, he's above me.
Oh yeah,
We'll make sure we
actually,
link him
this is him right there. You can find him there, and then you can find us up there in the top corner, over there.
Do you want to do any quick plugs before we go, Jacob?
You can just find me on Twitch and Twitter, Zepingwin, ZEH Penguin. You can find me there. I'm playing.
Yeah,
there.
we'll make sure we link it as well. So
Absolutely,
thank you
we
guys so
will
much.
send everyone there. Yeah, bye.
Bye.
I'm not gonna click the button.